Hey everyone, Dan here. Hope you're well. Welcome to another video on retirement planning with Dan Haylett. Today's video is a little bit different. It's me and the flip chart talking about the probability of success fallacy. The reason I want to talk this out with you and sketch it is because my recent sketch has caught fire a little bit on social media. And I think it would be really good to go through this with you today. So what is the probability of success fallacy? Ultimately, people are obsessed with probability of success in their retirement. When it comes to thinking about probability of success, it's often misplaced in terms of people think about it as kind of a binary outcome, success or failure. And they often think about it as the probability of running out of money. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are 5 definitions of probability that I think are much more important in your retirement than the probability of success. And I'm going to go through that with you today. So, the first definition is, if we've got probability up the left-hand side and age down the bottom, the first probability I want you to consider is the probability of dying. And obviously the probability of dying is lower when we are younger and gets higher as we get older. The second probability is the probability of being healthy. And that line is flipped. So the probability of being healthy is higher when we're younger and decreases as we get older. Because as we get older, the probability of dying is increased, the probability of being healthy is decreased, and it's what you call like an inverse relationship, or as financial people like to say, this has negative correlation. The next probability that I want you to consider is what I've called the positive probability zone. That's that zone there. Now that is a zone where you have positive probability. Your chances of dying are lower and your chances of being healthy are higher. On the flip side, there is a negative probability zone, and that is over here. And that is when the chances of dying are higher and the chances of being healthy are lower. So there is this inflection point that we have here. And typically in our early to mid 70s is when we often see the tipping point of the probability of dying and the probability of dying and the probability of being healthier. And we see that tipping point of a positive probability zone into the negative probability zone. Now the fifth and last probability that I want to suggest to you, I think is the most important, and that is the ability of having, because if we understand that our positive probability zone is here, we need to take advantage of this gap. We need to take advantage of this gap early, knowing that this gap narrows, it flips itself on its head, and we're in the negative probability zone. There's more chance of dying than being healthy here, more chance of being healthy than dying here. Therefore, this is what I call the probability of having the most fun. So if we think about optimizing our time in retirement, we need to really stop thinking about the probability of running out of money, the probability of success or failure, that binary outcome that we all focus on is kind of retirement is either seen as a success or a failure. We need to really think about the other probabilities. We need to live our retirement where the probability of success, the probability of being able to enjoy our time is on our side. And this is that positive probability zone. Once again, that is when our health is on our side. The probability of being healthy is higher. The probability of dying is lower. This wedge, whilst it exists, we need to make sure we take complete advantage of, because at some point it will flip itself and we'll be in the negative probability zone. Look, hopefully it doesn't flip itself till up here, but at some point it will. And we know that the chance of dying becomes higher than the chance of being healthy. Hope that really resonated. One of my most favourite sketches that I've done. Think about probability. Don't think about success. Think about probability of dying, probability of health, probability of having fun, and actually being on the right side of the probability zones. Take care. Take advantage of this. See you soon. Have fun.